In this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to make $10,000 a month as a life insurance agent and break down everything that you need to know, from the scripts, the word tracks, exactly what to say to prospects. How do you even get the right leads in place, and the simple strategies to be able to get more people to sit in front of you so you can ask them to buy, how to overcome objections, and way more. And the reality is you can make $10,000 or more per month without ever having to buy leads and not even leave your house. And this hasn't only worked for me, where I scaled my business past $40,000 per month in profit while traveling the world and not having to sacrifice my whole life away, but building a business around my life and having not just one big month, but having consistent growth month in and month out. And this not only just helped me, but it helped Gonzalo go from the lead buying hamster wheel to making a consistent 6 figures a year, all from home. He used to door knock, but now he's able to sell from the comfort of his own home. And not only him, but helped Kyle sell over $25,000 of life insurance from home in his first 2 weeks. So these strategies simply just work. And I could go on and on about the hundreds of other agents that have been successful using these strategies that I'm going to be sharing in this video. So if you only give me a few minutes, I'm going to explain exactly what you need to know so you can avoid the common mistakes that life insurance agents are making, and you can literally get to making $10,000 per month way faster. So I'm going to show you exactly how to make $10,000 a month selling life insurance over the phone. This is going to be a complete masterclass, so you want to make sure to stay till the end, and not only just to make $10,000, but like actually in profit, make $10,000 to $20,000 from literally anywhere in the world, as long as you have a phone, computer, or Wi-Fi, or now it's Starlink. There's 4 main things that I'm going to be sharing with you that you need to know to be able to get to that 6-figure a year profit mark. And again, this hasn't only just worked for me, but countless of other agents that have gone before that I've actually personally worked with that have really scaled. So you want to be able to stay till the end of this video so you don't miss out on what they've learned and the valuable insights that literally took like Max to making not only just $20,000 in a month, but like close to $20,000 in a week, like $19.1 thousand in literally just one single week, like under 5 days, right? So there's 4 things that I'm going to be sharing with you that you need to know to be able to make $10,000 a month. And one of them is how to find the right agency and what to look for, right? If you're just getting contracted, what's that look like? Leads you need to be like working as an agent, how to sell over the phone, the 4 key things to master, and then also cash flow principles to have a crazy profitable business. And this video is for agents just getting started with literally 0 sales experience, agents who have little experience but haven't had the success that they want to yet, agents who have had some success but they haven't created the freedom that they want. Maybe you're working all day and not like you feel like you're in a hamster wheel, literally just locked from your business. Well, this is going to help you unlock it by the end of this video. And agents who have a great amount of success but they want to take it to the next level, right? Like people that come to me and they're like, hey, I'm at 30 to 40,000, I want to go to 60 to 80,000. Well, it's definitely doable with a team and building a personal brand. But before we get in, I do want to share some things that most people won't. Here's the harsh reality. The system wasn't meant for you to succeed. And you may have gotten in the industry from a friend or family member recruiting you, or maybe just on ad about how there's tons of millionaires in the insurance industry, but that's not exactly it's not exactly all that it cracks up to be all the time, right? The system was designed to bring agents in like you to try and take advantage of you and use you, right? So that they can get rich and make money on the back of your hard work, which unfortunately leads to bad training, bad support, bad lead quality, while monetizing as much as humanly possible on the overly expensive leads, right? The bad and recycled leads, high costs on CRMs, constant push to recruit, so that when you fail, right? Not if, but when, like 92% fail, they still keep all the clients and agents that you brought to them and make a lot of money while telling you to risk it all. They tell you to go into credit card debt, go into all your savings and retirement, and recruit all your friends and family, because the reality is you're just a number to them. But to me, you're an agent who actually has a family, right? And just wants to make a good living to provide for and spend time with the people you love, buy a nice car, maybe a nice house, and have a consistent income, but ultimately have time and financial freedom, right? You want to build your business around your life and not the other way around. So that's my mission, is to give you everything you need to have the freedom that got you that you got into the business for, right? And to get insanely rich in the process. So with that being said, let's get started. But before we do, if you don't know who I am, let me introduce myself. My name is Johnny Nitafan, and this is my wife, beautiful wife, Bailey. And this is my story, right? I got into the industry at 20 years old, straight out of working at Starbucks full time, and started cold door knocking, right? Business to business to business, 30 to 40 every single day, 200 a week, right? It was a lot. And I listened to a bunch of life insurance podcasts while I would be driving to these businesses. And I was like, hey, if you come in, there's leads that you can work, and turns out they're just recycled mortgage protection leads. So I started over the phone or over Zoom, transitioned to over the phone, and fell in love with telesales at that point after really trying to figure it out. So did 25,000 in a week, literally within 3 months of me joining into the industry. And then I moved back into mortgage protection Zoom. Throughout the whole process, though, I sold over $500,000 over the phone, recruited a lot of people, bought leads, and ultimately, after 9 months, it's crazy as it sounds, as top of the leaderboards and literally like making it happen on calls. Like after 9 months, I ended up in $15,000 of credit card debt, right? And this was because this is a culmination of a lot of things, but buying $45 to $55 like super expensive non-exclusive leads, getting a lot of chargebacks, recruiting way too early. And at that point, a year ago, about a year and a half ago now, I had to make a change. I had to figure something out because I left the agency literally that I built. I left and shut down this $100,000 a month agency that I had built, and I stopped buying leads, and I literally stopped recruiting. And I knew I could make a lot of money doing this because I've seen the deposits coming in, but I just wasn't breaking even. And I knew how to sell, but I had to figure out a way to generate my own. So that's what I did. And I started generating leads at a tenth of the cost, right? And so generating leads at $1 to $2 a lead and spending $350 a week to literally net $5,000 a week. I made my first $20,000 profit month. The very first month I started generating my own Facebook leads, and I've been doing that ever since, right? Learning how to sell insurance over the phone and market my own leads has allowed me not only to travel the world with my wife, which is awesome, right? And I've been in Airbnb and all across literally the US, and right when I figured this out, decided to travel all the way across the country from Arizona, literally sell pretty much everything, move to North Carolina and make 20 to 40,000 a month, right? Build a business around the life that I really desired, and not the other way around, and truly unlocking the matrix at this point. And here's real bank statements, right? As you see, like 1,700, 1,000, 1,300, 1,500, 1,700, 1,200, like these are real bank statements, right? Net income, like literally $73,000 deposited into my account. Great Western, like they're great companies, but like I share this to you as proof, right? And evidence that this is real. And not to brag on myself, it's not me, it's the system, right? And this is real, right? This is possible if you actually learn these skills. But enough about me. This is all about you. Let's just jump in for you. So the very first thing that you need to be thinking about when you do start is finding a good agency to partner with. There's a few things to look out for when you are choosing an agency, and some questions to ask the person recruiting you, right? Like here's literally all the questions. If you have any other questions, drop it in the comments down below and I'll be happy to answer. But like, what's your starting contract level, right? 90% plus is good, assuming you have to pay for your own leads. If you're not paying for your leads, 50%. But what leads do you work and where do they come from, right? From a place that's a good lead source internally. Like where do these actually come from? Who are your top producers and what are they making? Check for receipts, check for bank statements, actually see what it is. Do they give a release? Find a place that will give you a release if you join, and if you feel like it might not be the best fit, otherwise you'll be held hostage for 6 to 12 months. And that's what happened to me, and I would hate that for that to happen to you, right? So how long have you been in the industry? And do you know how to sell? Like, how much are you selling right now? How do I move up? Is it based on what I sell or purely just based on how many people I recruit, right? Questions more questions asked is like, what's the training process like? How does that look? Are you holding my hand step by step and actually helping me through this process? Has other people seen results, or what's that look like? Does anybody sell over the phone, or is it just in field? Because there's different IMOs, different agencies to look at. So most places do not put the producing agent first, right? So they look for a place that's not just about recruiting your friends and family and like a multi-level marketing, but people who actually want to help you succeed as a producer and have a solid systems in place, right? Process in place for you to succeed and make 20 to 30,000 a month profit just as a producer. Again, if you guys have any questions or about agencies or IMOs, drop in them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. Or follow me on Instagram and actually reach out there. My DMs are always open to be able to help agents just like yourself. So now that you do have a solid agency, the very next question that you're going to have is, where is my first and next client going to be coming from? So let's talk about leads, right? So lots of people refer and call leads different things, right? Like, let's start by defining what an actual lead is. It's somebody who can be contacted about buying life insurance. This can be people in your contacts on your phone, people who have filled out ads, and now you can contact them, and you probably are in one of two categories. Either you were told that you can buy leads that you like, and that are warm leads that you don't have to cold call for them, or you were told to go talk to all of your friends and family, your warm market, about buying life insurance, and then get referrals from them and go solicit their warm market about buying leads. So let's talk about the first one. If you're in the category of they're like, hey, these are warm leads, there's a few things to look out for, right? The very first one is TCPA compliance, right? Because with the new law passing, you have to make sure these are not shared and not recycled over and over and over again. If you're doing that, you have a rude awakening ahead. Whether, like, I don't know when you're watching this, but it might be coming up or it might have already passed. So just make sure that you're aware of this law, because these fines, they could be $1 million fines. So I just want to make sure that doesn't happen. Be careful, because some people are generating leads of people who are on the do not call list. And if you end up calling, you could get sued. And that, like, these may be presented to you as fresh and exclusive, but beware that 90% of the leads that you would buy are not brand new and not fresh. I was literally just talking to an agent today, and he's like, they give me the spreadsheet, but you see it's 3 days old that it's generated. And it's like, lead vendors, what they do is they'll sell it to multiple people. This is how they make a profit, right? And these tend to be shared with multiple people so they can get, these people are getting hounded consistently with calls, or maybe you call them and they're like, hey, I already got a policy literally just yesterday. And it's somebody that's like buying leads from the same vendor. And so the lead types that you can work are live transfers, social media leads, pre-qualified callback leads, direct mail, and self-generated leads as well, which I personally would recommend, but I'm going to go more in depth on that later. So most of these leads that I went into debt buying, having more month at the end of the money that I was bringing in, forcing me to go into a credit card debt because I couldn't afford them, and I couldn't afford to live. Unfortunately, a lot of agents do that as well, right? Now let's talk about the warm market, right? Selling friends and family and looking to generate referrals. It's not bad, just not efficient, and sometimes can feel slimy. And so the new way that the agents are generating their own leads through Facebook ads is generating them at 1/10 of the cost, more profit, higher quality, getting pre-booked appointments, 15 question survey funnels, not having to rely on a lead vendor, and also like knowing exactly what people are filling out. So once you have leads dialed in, and again, if you have any questions on leads, drop in the comments leads, and I'll actually be able to help give more information and help you guys with that. But once you do have leads dialed in, you have to know how to sell these leads. So I use a script that's a one-call close question-based framework, one process for everybody. Here is what you need to dial in to be able to sell people, right? Master the one-call close script. Like, you need to ask and master how to overcome the upfront objections. I'm not interested. I already got it taken care of. It's too expensive. Bringing out the why of the client, like peeling back the onion, overcoming the think about it, getting an instant approval, and then 2, promise close, and to retain the client. The way you master sales is do the work, right? You can't escape the work that needs doing. I made $50,000 in my first 9 months selling insurance, and that bred conviction in being the best. Also helped me get desensitized to getting rejected. Also review your sales calls. You probably sound way worse than you think. Also listen to the top closers in their sales calls, because to become, like, you have to become obsessed with getting better. You have to go all in. This is your sign to go all in. You also have to remove yourself from the equation and genuinely care about your prospect and what they want, right? Volume negates luck. Think about it logically. The worst case scenario is that they can say no, right? Cuss you out, hang up on you. The best case scenario is you learn how to sell and you literally change your life, just like how I have, or Max and Gonzalo, the people that literally I've worked with, that their lives are changed now. Which would you rather happen, right? The more no's that you get, the closer to a yes that you actually get. Go for no, right? The only way you get better is by doing. So take massive action, and you can't fail. Now, once you have so many leads coming in and your sales process absolutely dialed in, the next skill you have to master is managing your cash flow. That's coming in, because at the end of the day, this is a business. So here are some practicals for you to have a wildly profitable life insurance business. One, get a separate business bank account immediately, right? Separate your personal and business. Number two is check your bank account every morning. Even if you don't have a lot coming in now, it's a really good habit to get into. Now, next one is change your mindset. Money is infinite, right? It follows energy and problem solvers. And then also tracking every single deposit that you get daily onto a spreadsheet. Pay yourself a set salary that is comfortable for you, and like, because you're the number one employee at the end of the day. A good book on this is Profit First. Check that out. Pay your business first, right? Set money aside for ads, admin, any other fixed expenses that you're going to have. Also, download the Mint app, right? Tracks your cash flow, income, expenses automatically. Also, get extreme clarity on your goal. One of the biggest reasons that I see people not hitting their goals, they get burnt out, they build a business that they genuinely don't enjoy, is that they create meaningless goals. You have to create meaningful goals that are going to help you at the end of the day and serve you, right? The business is built to serve you and not the other way around. Don't serve your business and just have it take from you, but it has to be able to give back to you as well. So figure out exactly a meaningful goal to you, create an escape number, right? An escape number for you that's going to give you the life that you truly want. Now, what this looks like for me is being able to spend time with my wife, go on vacations, travel, do the things that we want to do, create content literally just like this, but not have to sacrifice all those things. And a lot of people are wanting to do that. And then also being able to be near a Chick-fil-A, get it whenever I want, and then also be closer to a gym. That's for me, but like, what is that for you? You have to be able to create the meaningful goals for you, and then also think on a longer time horizon, right? More than the next 90 days. Like, this allows a better decision making and also alleviates the stress of becoming an overnight millionaire and not doing it. And there's a lot more I can go into, but those are fundamentals of building a profitable agency. So just to recap, right? Find the right agency, get a reliable lead source, master the art of sales, master your flow of money when it does come in. Making $10,000 a month from anywhere in the world is not hard. It just takes the work that needs to be doing. And all starts with one decision, because I believe you're one decision away from changing your life forever and living the life that you truly want. And here's the good news and bad news. If you're broken in debt, it's your fault. But on the other hand, if you are making $10,000 to $30,000 a month profit, it's also your fault. You are the captain of your ship. What ship are you going to be sailing, right? You are the person who has the power to change the situation. So that leads me to this next question, right? What is the one decision that you will make? You have to decide that at the end of the day. So if you're still watching this video, I appreciate it. Drop in the comments down below what your biggest takeaway was. If you have any more questions about this as well. But then if you loved this video, then this next video right here is going to point you to exactly how to generate your own leads. So click the video right here, and I'll see you guys